Hey fam, I wanted to share with you a quick stat. So did you know that about 12% of the entire human population suffers from scopophobia or camera phobia, which means that they're afraid of being in front of the camera. So with the huge influx of people creating more and more video content online, that number is going up. So if you're part of that 12% number, in this video I wanted to share with you some helpful tips that I've learned through my 10 plus years of acting on TV shows, movies, as well as creating online content that's helped me become more comfortable in front of the camera. Let's get into it. So the first tip that I want to give you is maintaining a singular focus. So usually when your mind is sniper focused on talking to a single person as opposed to a big group, it really gives you the opportunity to speak and act in such a way that's a little bit more intimate. And it gives you more of a personal tone that really comes off in a positive way to all the viewers that are watching our content. So right now I want you to take out a piece of paper and make 3 columns. So the first column, I want you to write down names of people that you love. So this can be a boyfriend, a girlfriend, spouse, a family member, what have you. In the second column, I want you to put down people that you look up to. So this can be a celebrity, a social media influencer, an athlete, etc. And then the third column, I want you to put down different variations or past selves of yourself. So it can be like the 10-year-old you, the 20-year-old you, the future you, or it can be, any other thing. So go ahead and take about 5 to 10 minutes to write those names down. And when you're done, I want you to really reflect on the names that you wrote down and pick the 1, 2, or 3 names that really excite you when you think about them. And so basically what you're going to do is that you're going to use that person that you choose and put that in your lens. Basically, you're going to be speaking to that person when you look into the lens. So I've talked to a lot of content creators throughout my years of creating content online, and basically what they do is usually they pretend that they're speaking to a large room of people. And usually, based on my experience, that creates a lot of nervousness and anxiety. And the reason why that does that is because it really puts a lot of pressure on yourself to really get things right. And when you really have a more singular focus and pretend you're talking to just one person as opposed to a group of people, it really, again, it comes off as a lot more intimate, and you speak and you act in such a way that just really comes off as very personable. And again, speaking to a group of people may work for you or other people, but I'm just telling you based on my experience. So if you've been following me for quite some time, I've stated time and time again that usually I envision my wife whenever I'm looking into the lens and filming video content. And the reason being is that whenever I think about her and envision her, it just makes me feel very relaxed and gives me the sense of freedom that I need while I'm filming. But before I was married, I usually substituted using a 7-year-old version of myself. So basically, it kind of gives me like a sense of freedom that if I can explain these concepts on my videos to a 7-year-old and they can understand it, then anybody can understand it. So usually staying relaxed and having that mental and physical freedom are usually the foundational pieces when it comes to staying comfortable in front of the camera, which leads me to my next tip: laugh. According to the Mayo Clinic, laughter enhances your intake of oxygen-rich air, stimulates your heart, lungs, and muscles, and increases the endorphins that are released by your brain. What that simply means is that it relaxes your mind and body. When it comes to making video content, I've often learned that when you don't take yourself too seriously, magic happens. So the greatest piece of acting advice I ever got was to never be afraid to make a fool of yourself. And so through the years of trial and error, as I continued to grow as an actor and adopted that specific mindset, it got to a point where all the fear just melted away. So the biggest thing is that when you translate this strategy to your normal life, even away from the camera, I found this to be very helpful in relationships, business, and even if you do public speaking, because it just helps you overcome that full-blown anxiety of judgment from other people. And for me, constantly worrying about what others thought or even said about me, this really helped me a ton in my life. And no, I didn't act like a clown in public or did juggling or circus shows and things like that, but this is more like a mindset. So for example, if I was speaking to somebody at a party or like at a networking event or something like that, and I misspoke or stuttered or made like a weird sound on accident, in the past, I'd be a little insecure about that and embarrassed, but after adopting the specific mindset, I was able to really not let it bother me or define me of who I really am. And I found out that when you adopt this specific mindset, it really empowers you, not only in your life, but in front of the camera, because it's really gonna make you more comfortable in your skin, which is a crucial ingredient in being comfortable in front of the camera. So this type of mindset is more for like a long term, but if you're looking for a more short term fix, I highly suggest taking about 20 to 30 minutes before you shoot and look on YouTube and research like a stand-up comedy or a funny YouTube channel and just watch that. And you'll notice that when you start laughing and just start getting more involved with the comedic side of yourself, you're really gonna get a lot more relaxed and comfortable before you shoot. So I just want to take a quick time out for a quick second and ask you, if you found any of this information valuable so far, please hit that like button as well as the subscribe button. It's really going to help this channel grow. Really do appreciate it. So the third tip I want to share with you guys is use a teleprompter. So the biggest fear of a lot of people in front of the camera is forgetting their message, meaning what are they going to say on camera, messing up on their lines. That continues to be a huge fear of mine. You know, being an actor, I still have that huge fear of, forgetting my lines in productions, and it just really makes me feel insecure. What I find helpful is that when you're reading off something, especially when you have something on the lens or behind the lens or what have you, it really just calms your mind down. And again, it just helps your mind become more sniper focused, and at the end of the day, it's really gonna help you maintain a good, solid pace throughout the video. So now you're probably asking, hey, well, Michael, it doesn't sound genuine if I'm reading off something. So to prove this point to you guys, this entire video I have been reading off of something. Granted, the actual words are not like on the lens or above the lens, it's actually to the side of me on my computer. So as you can see here, I have my script set up here. What I do is when I press pause on the camera, I look and actually rehearse the lines a few times before pressing record and actually saying what I need to say. But I did that. I actually I had a teleprompter app that I use on my phone, or I would translate it to my laptop, place it somewhere and put it just in line with the lens so it looks like that I'm still looking in the lens while I'm still reading off of the teleprompter. But I will suggest to you guys that definitely rehearse the lines, and the reason being is that the more times you say the lines, especially before you press record, the more comfortable you're gonna be saying the message. So when it comes to like cool teleprompter devices or apps, when I used to shoot with my iPhone, I usually use the teleprompter app, and you can type that word in to the Apple Store, it should come up, it's free. You can definitely copy and paste, from a Word file or from your notes and put it into that app. And basically what it does is that it's going to set up to be continued. And basically it's very easy to use and pretty self-explanatory. So for the equipment side, so say you're using like a DSLR camera, I'll be sure to leave some links down below to some products on Amazon that you can use that I've used in the past that worked wonders. And don't get me wrong, guys, there's gonna be times where you're gonna be needing a teleprompter because the subject matter is pretty technical or pretty word heavy. There's gonna be other times you won't need it at all. So I want to share with you guys a bonus tip for this video, and the biggest thing is that you just have to keep doing it. Repetition, 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 repetition. And the reason why I say that is because, again, like I mentioned prior in the video, the more times you're gonna be in front of the camera, the more times you make videos, you're just gonna be more and more comfortable as the days, weeks, months, and years go by. So even the best YouTubers that are out there right now, they mess up all the time. They're not perfect on camera. I mean, I'm guilty of that as well. I always want to get things perfect, but at the end of the day, we have to realize that we're human. So when I was struggling, with my being comfortable on camera and just really trying to become better and better each day, what I usually did was that I would shoot like 30-second to 1-minute videos of me just reciting, like doing a scene from a movie, or reciting like a poem, or reciting some type of monologue, and sending to like trusted friends and loved ones, just asking them for their honest feedback. And usually honest feedback is really going to help wonders, because it's really going to give you what you need to work on and what you need to improve upon. So you can do something as simple as shooting with your phone and just sending it as a text message to your friends, or if you want to shoot something like on your webcam, I really suggest using Loom, L-O-O-M. It's a really cool application that you can use that basically screen records yourself on your computer, and it's free, so highly suggest using that. And also what helped me was that I was very, very intentional with getting better in video. So I usually set a goal of doing 3 to 4 videos every single week and getting feedback on those. And as you know, the compound effect, as you continue to make more videos, as you continue to get more feedback, as you continue to get 1% better every single video, the magic happens, baby. And lastly, we live in the digital age, so like what I like to remind myself whenever I'm shooting video content, as well as my clients when we're shooting their online video content, mess up as much as you want, take as many takes as you want, fail as much as you want, because at the end of the day, we can always edit all the good takes together. So there's definitely no doubt in my mind that video content is here to stay, and it's really helping businesses put their face out there as well as provide more value to the masses when it comes to their product or service. So I definitely want you to check out a prior video that I did about the importance of online video and how you can connect it better with your audiences. Thanks so much. Keep crushing it.